Good morning. It's Monday the 5th of October and it's time for DaviePHD's Mythbusters episode 11. Many things are said about Scotland, the UK, Europe, independence, etc. Some of it true, some of it crap. In these videos I bust the myths peddled by our unionist chums to discourage us from leaving the Union. This week's myth is the one that says that independence is a jump into the unknown in a world of risk, a leap of faith. As we all know, there was a referendum on Scots independence in 2014. Some voted yes. And if you did, big up yourself. But sadly, more voted no thanks. But you know what? Fair play to you. You won. The argument that independence was a jump into the unknown or a leap of faith was successful in the 2014 independence referendum, and if we on the Indy side are honest with ourselves, that's largely because it was true. But in 2020, it's the destination of the UK that is now uncertain. That past argument, as reflected in recent independence polling, has been turned on its head. Had we won the 2014 independence referendum then, 2016 would have had the following predicted effects. Negative. Initially, we would have been out of the European Union. Our relationship with our UK would have been uncertain, but we would have been independent. Initially, we may not have been in monetary control of our own currency. Positive. We could have started charging our UK for the water, oil and gas and electricity that they currently get for free. Oil revenues would have finally came back to Scotland. We would have been in full control of Scottish territorial waters, and we would be rid of Trident. The current situation is, we are now out of the EU against our wishes precisely because we voted to stay with the UK. Our relationship with our UK is still uncertain, but they are still in control. We are not in monetary control of Scotland. We can't charge our UK for oil, gas, water and electricity because we pool resources. Oil revenues still go to the Westminster Treasury. We aren't in any control of Scottish waters, and we still have Trident. So it's clear that voting no thanks in 2014 has got Scotland precisely nowhere. As we all know, Better Together made a shitload of promises. Let's see how much were kept. First up, Holyrood would become the most powerful devolved parliament in the world. Well, promise broken. Admittedly, some powers were transferred to Holyrood, but we were toppled as the most powerful devolved parliament in 2017. Theresa May's grubby deal with the DUP meant that a non-functioning Stormont held that position between 2017 and 2019, with Arlene Foster calling the shots, until they too were betrayed. Second, your place in the European Union is assured. Really? Look where we are now, dragged out of Europe against our will, with all our attempts at compromise roundly ignored by Westminster. Third, we want you to lead Britain, not leave Britain. That lasted precisely 12 hours, when David Cameron made his "Now it's England's turn to be listened to" speech. The next day, it set the tone for the next 6 years. Our majority wish to remain in the EU, ignored. Our wish to compromise over Brexit, ignored. No seat for the devolved powers at the Brexit negotiations. The list goes on. And fourth, last but not least, this little gem.
They're already looking for a safe seat for Boris Johnson, and his next move after that is the Conservatives are looking to actually have him as Prime Minister. And it won't be less powers for Scotland, it'll be hardly any at all.
I think Boris Johnson's a clown. I don't think he's not even an MP, let alone Prime Minister at the moment. And it's interesting, I've heard this argument from nationalists that Boris Johnson is going to be leader of the Conservatives. Well, the only way that will happen is if David Cameron loses the next election. So, yes, you need to work out which scare story is it. Is it going to be a Conservative victory at the general election, or is it going to be Boris Johnson as leader of the Conservative Party?
It's inconceivable to you that Boris Johnson might eventually lead the Conservative Party?
I can't imagine that a serious political party would elect Boris Johnson as leader, but that's for them to decide.
Boris Johnson will never be UK Prime Minister. That was Blair McDougall, Better Together campaign director, on a BBC debate prior to the independence referendum. He basically called Boris Johnson a clown, said that no serious political party would ever elect him as leader, let alone Prime Minister. Well, look how that turned out. I could go on, but we sadly remain attached to an RUK government that seems hell-bent on destroying alliances, breaking promises and breeding international mistrust. The Internal Market Bill breaks international law, lowers trust in the UK internationally, and threatens trade deals, most notably the one with the largest economy in the world. This bill alone is a threat to Northern Irish peace and devolution, harming relations with all the devolved parliaments, all of whom have rejected it. Additional costs associated with post-Brexit customs checks alone are going to cost £15 billion a year. That's £1.6 billion more than our EU membership fee was. Some of that was actually reinvested in the UK. And all of this extra cost before our businesses have paid 1 penny of a WTO tariff to export goods to Europe. Without as much as a referendum, this government has ceded Kent to the European Union and turned it into a lorry park. Kent, funnily enough, was the part of the UK that most wanted to leave Europe. A small independent Scotland could have been finding their feet about now. In EFTA, with plans to explore rejoining the EU, maybe in a referendum. On the route to monetary independence, if not already there. Benefiting from 4 years of charging our UK for water, gas, electricity and oil, instead of handing it all over for free. In full control of our money, laws and borders, long before our UK ever was. Crucially, at these tough times, fully in control of our own coronavirus response, perhaps following the New Zealand route rather than the fatally flawed UK strategy we were dragged into. The UK are falling over a cliff edge of Brexit, isolationism, exceptionalism and international mistrust, brought about by incompetent governance. If Scotland remains attached to our UK, we're just going to be tarred with the same brush. In 2014, the prospect of a Boris Johnson premiership was a deluded fantasy. Fast forward to today, and it's a fact which is bringing about real harm. In 2014, Scottish independence may well have been a leap of faith or a jump into the unknown. I had that faith, and I voted for it. I was obviously disappointed with the result. But surely in 2020, those who voted no thanks, to protect our place in Europe, to preserve our good standing as part of the UK, must be equally disappointed, as I was in 2014. But the European Union that was ambivalent towards us in 2014 now awaits us with open arms. As Alan Smith so eloquently put it, they left a light on for us to find our way back. Our UK may be able to burn bridges with the European Union, but they would need a free trade deal with us, unless they want to pay World Trade Organization tariffs on the water they need to drink and the gas and electricity they need just to keep their lights on and heat their homes. An independent Scotland in the European Union with a free trade deal with our UK, which is not in the European Union, is a brighter future than we could have possibly imagined in 2014. All you've got to do now is vote for it. Because the real jump into the unknown in 2020 is the one the UK is about to take, recklessly, with all of our futures. Folks, thanks for watching. Please like and share the video and spread the message. Not for me, but for Scotland. Unionists need to see it too. It's no good us sharing this and amongst the independence community. It's a warning for them as well. DaviePHD.